What if I told you guys the 4th tier Avenger is actually better than the 5th tier Desert Phantom? Well, that's the word on the street from a lot of the top BTD6 players due to a new strategy developed with these guys called the Avengers Assemble strategy, where the plan with the strategy is pretty simple. First, you get multiple Avengers down and buff them with a primary training village and an alch buff. Then with those buffs present, these guys are actually incredibly strong. And that's because they have a very consistent knockback, especially after getting buffed in the last update. They are extremely cheap, which was also a buff they received, and they deal pretty decent damage. But these guys do have one really big weakness, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is DDTs, because the Avenger cannot pop lead balloons. So that's where the third and final part of this strategy comes into play, adding a glue storm, which for one obviously allows the Avengers to pop DDTs, but in addition to that, it gives the Avengers a much needed damage buff and helps their ceramic cleanup too by slowing down the ceramics, which is why you go for the glue storm instead of a cheaper option like an MIB village. So today I'm going to see how good the new Avengers Assemble strategy really is on an expert chimps map. And to showcase the new Avengers Assemble strategy, we are on the map Workshop, ladies and gentlemen, which I thought this would be a decent map for, just because you can get the Avengers in like this location, which should be pretty effective. But I do need to defend these early rounds, and I'm not sure exactly how you can start on this map. Let's try a Mermonkey and a Desperado start. I'm assuming this doesn't work. Okay, here's what I'll do for round 6 then. I'm going to do a 2 Desperado start, but I'm pretty sure it dies against the end of round 6, so I'm going to use a reverse motor activation as well, which slows down the balloons. On this map, you also have the ability to activate track extensions, which allows the balloons to take these like extended paths. And the cool part about these is the first activation is free, and then it just increases in price slowly throughout the run. But either way, that does defend round 6, and then round 7 I can add a Dart Monkey to the mix, which I'm assuming defends. Yep. And the plan is to save up for my hero as early as possible. We brought Geraldo today because I think Geraldo is the best hero typically to pair with the Avengers Assemble strategy, because the Sharpening Stone can be applied to the Avenger. And Geraldo also solves the round 100 problem this strategy has, since you can use the genies to pop the BD. But we will need to get more defense for sure before I reach that point. I think we're dead round 9 as well, yeah. How would a Mermonkey look adding into here? That's probably going to be enough defense, yeah. 2 damage is definitely nice in the early game. And the Mermonkey has decent Pierce as well. The only problem is it's a straight line path. You're not really going to be able to utilize the Pierce well, but I'm hoping this setup will defend. We'll see. Big group of blue balloons here. First. Ooh, I think I can defend that. Let's maybe put the Mermonkey on last, this Dart Monkey on first, and then both of these Desperados on first. Alright, take 2. First on the Mermonkey. There we go. And it looks like I'm dead in round 11 because the Mermonkey's just missing this yellow balloon. Like, come on, Mermonkey. Maybe we get a sniper. That'll probably be enough, and then we can use the sniper to pop lead balloons in round 28. Now, one other thing you might see with my setup is I'm trying to keep the area around my Desperados clear, and that's because when you get the Avenger, in the process, you're buying the Wanderer upgrade, which basically gives your Desperado 15% extra attack speed for 3 stacks if there's no towers in its range. And you could say, oh, well, this Mermonkey's in the range, Ryan. That's true, but the Wanderer stacks are different for the shotgun itself. Also, we need to get more defense here. But yeah, the Wanderer stacks are different for the shotgun itself, and the shotgun's range is smaller than the normal Desperado's range. Either way, though, let's add Geraldo to the setup. And Geraldo actually does defend that. Nice. We'll start leveling this guy up, and we can probably get some shooty turrets in here if I need. I'm definitely going to need them this round, yeah. The other nice part about Geraldo is the shooty turrets don't actually count as a tower that would lose out on the Wanderer buff. So we can place these next to the Desperados without really being scared of that. And shooty turrets also should just be pretty effective on this map as well, due to the straight lines. Okay, what if we have a lot of our towers on last targeting? It might seem weird, but sometimes shooting against the grain can be effective. Okay, wait. That's working. Nice. Just a little bit of targeting changes can make a big difference, guys. And I'm thinking with this setup, we maybe just get a Spike Factory in the back. As if we can afford a Spike Factory, we'll have a lot more defensive security here. Yeah, Spike Factory is also really good on Workshop just because it all converges to one path at the end. The mobs are gonna come from this path and then turn right and end over here as well. And I'm hoping sometime soon we can get a village down, probably somewhere around here. We definitely want to get primary training just to buff my Desperados, and most likely discounts on that village as well. Let's see if we can defend round 27 though. I feel like we'll be okay. Oh yeah. And then round 28 lead balloons, we'll just get Full Metal Jacket up. Does the sniper actually have time to pop every single lead though? Yeah, it does. All right, we had a little bit of struggles early on with the defense, but now once we've got Geraldo and Spike Factory placed, things are becoming simple for me. All right, I think it's time to finally get the village down. We're gonna have it right about here. Range and discounts. Then with that, we can upgrade this Desperado into Nomad, And we'll get the middle crosspath. The middle crosspath is the ideal crosspath on the Avengers, by the way, guys. I asked around on some Discord servers, and that's basically what the community has agreed upon. The reason for it is basically the top path excels at getting increased attack speed for having limited balloons inside of the Desperado's range or attacking the balloons far away. And since this guy's going to be using a shotgun, attacking a lot of balloons close to it, you're not really going to be benefiting much off the top path. While the middle path grants you camo detection, which is nice because it'll save me some money on like a camo village. Then on top of that, we can sometimes get critical shots as well, which will be really nice too. Either way, hopefully we can get our enforcer here soon. Ooh, I die around 35. I think I actually had enough money at the very end of that round for the enforcer though. What if we put all of these on strong? Okay, I'm gonna spam the upgrade. Come on. There we go, got it. Let's go. The first enforcer has been purchased, and you can see what I was talking about. It does have 2 stacks, like I was guessing. Round 36. Oh yeah, this round's always a difficult one in chimps, but I think with the enforcer down, I might be okay. Yeah, we're good. Now I've got to think what I'm going to do against the Moab, because the 3rd tier does not have any Moab knockback. You only get that once you buy the 4th tier. And on top of that, we're not going to have enough money for the 4th tier in time. Also, round 37. Well, against leads, I can probably get an alchemist in here and get an acidic mixture dip buff. All right, here's lead balloons. Can we pop them? Currently, this guy has the AMD buff. Yes, that's good. We popped a lot of them down. Now we got okay, we did it. I couldn't talk there, but I was trying to explain what's going on with AMD. Either way, we defended. Now I could just build this guy into an alch buff right now, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Oh, am I dead against these lead balloons too? Man. All right, let's just do Jerry's Fire then. That should be able to help me out for around 38 lead balloons and probably do some decent Moab class damage as well for us. But I am still a little bit worried about that Moab in round 40. The nice part is though, by the time round 40 comes around, I should be able to afford a 2nd enforcer, which will be good. Okay, and for the Moab, this is what I'm initially thinking. We get Berserker Brew on you, and then I build this one into another enforcer with middle crosspath. And I don't have money for anything else, but we'll see if this works. Oh, that was so close. Okay, I've got an idea. What if we just do the same thing, but we're gonna wait until Jerry Fire on this guy's closer to the top, like now. So Jerry Fire attacks the Moab a little bit earlier. Oh, that was so close. I feel like that can work. I'm gonna make this happen. Use 1 spike from Geraldo. Oh wait, we did it. I did not even need that Geraldo spike, but it's fine. I'm just happy we beat round 40 finally. Thankfully for me though, by the time more mobs come out, I definitely will have an Avenger down. So we will have that knockback against mobs and just extra damage. But now the next couple rounds should be pretty easy for me. I think we are gonna get stronger stimulant on you, which will buff both of the Desperados. Yep. Then on top of that, let's also upgrade this village towards a primary training. That doesn't make the shotgun range too big on either of these guys, where we lose enforcer stacks, which is important. We want to maintain 2 stacks on both of them. You could say, why didn't you place these Desperados far apart from one another? So then both of them would have 3 enforcer stacks. The problem with a play like that is it would basically mean one of the Desperados is in a really bad defensive location that probably can't get alch buffed or village buffed nearly as well too. So it's technically better for me just to have both of my Avengers in a spot where it's near the corner of this map and simply pay the price of 1 enforcer stack to do that, you know what I'm saying? Either way, round 49, we do get the Avenger up, which is really nice. This guy is insane now, and I don't think we're gonna struggle for a while. Let's see how we look against this round 50 Moab. Oh yeah, we defended easily. And just like that, we can actually afford the 2nd Avenger already. Dude, that's crazy how cheap these guys are. You just get them up so fast. And I'm thinking the next thing we want to save up for is that Glue Storm. The problem with the Glue Storm though, is where do I want to place it? I ideally would like to get it underneath my village for that discount, but I don't think there's a single spot underneath the village that I can place the glue, where it's not going to lose out on enforcer stacks from my Avengers, and not going to steal the alch buff. So because of that, I think we should just get the glue not underneath my village, unfortunately, like in this spot. Let's do it. Glue Hose, Glue Strike, and then as for the crosspathing, we probably just want to get the bottom crosspath for better uptime. Since the main reason we're getting the Glue Storm is not necessarily the damage buff. The damage buff is nice, don't get me wrong, but we're also getting it for the lead popping power and slowing down the balloons as well. So having the bottom crosspath is going to be more ideal. That way we have enough uptime to deal with like round 95 DTs from these guys. Wait, round 59 camo leads. I wasn't paying attention. We can definitely beat these. All I need to do is use the Glue Strike when they all come out. Let's do it now. Perfect, good timing. And we've got the BFP in round 60. This should get dealt with pretty easily. Oh yeah, the other nice part about Avengers is they have pretty decent pierce against ceramics. So I think we might be okay against round 63, I'm hoping. I'm not gonna have Glue Storm in time for round 63 though. How's the uptime on the Alk buff looking? Looks to be pretty close to 100% uptime on 2 targets. I was wondering if I should crosspath my Alchemist. I'm gonna leave it uncrosspath for now. Let's see how we look here. First wave gets dealt with, nice. I think second wave we're gonna use a Glue Strike, just because these lead balloons are being really annoying too. Now, yeah, that makes the second wave super easy. And then the third and final wave, hopefully we just get good enough attacks. Let's try doing this again, but we'll use Glue Strike for the first and last wave, because we'll get that back off cooldown in time. And just hope we can defend the second wave normally. Let's see. Okay, we did. Last wave coming up. We have Glue Strike for it now. And that makes it easy. Round 64 is no problem. The knockbacks are like super consistent as well. Even with only 2 of these guys, its knockback is really solid. And now we can finally get Glue Storm up. It's not that expensive of a 5th tier. Nice. And I know for a fact I'll probably have to purchase more things throughout this run. But I don't exactly know what I want to spend money on next. Because it could be a lot of different things. I could get another Avenger somewhere up here. I could upgrade the Spike Factory in the back into like a Spiked Mines, which would be helpful for cleanup. If I don't want to spend all the way on a Spiked Mines, I could get something cheaper like a Cryo Cannon. But since I'm not sure what I want to spend money on, it's best just to not spend it at all at the moment. Besides the fact that I am going to buy shooty turrets, because these upgraded shooty turrets, in my opinion, are basically always worth to spend money on. They're only $270 and they have pretty solid DPS. They will also be getting more damage from my Glue Storm at the end of the day too. And I'm trying to place them underneath my Jungle Drums village as well, because they do receive that Jungle Drums buff, which is nice. Okay, now I've done a little bit of research on these towers. The Avenger by default has 3 pierce with the shrapnel from the shotgun, which isn't that much pierce at the end of the day. But you have to remember, we're giving this +1 pierce from our primary training, plus 3 extra pierce from a stronger stimulant, which makes it go from 3 pierce to 7 pierce now. And then later, once we actually need it, we'll be giving these guys a sharpening stone as well to give them 2 extra pierce. So essentially, we'll be tripling these guys' pierce from 3 to 9, which will be insane. By the way, round 75, we just used a Glue Storm there. Everything is pretty much dead. Hopefully I'm okay against this, though. I think I will be. Yeah, dude, these Avengers are nuts. I'm loving this Avenger as symbol strategy right now. I hope you guys are loving it as well. And also, the Avenger has base damage of 3 with the shotgun. So the Glue Storm is also really helpful with that damage buff. Going from 3 damage to 5 is quite impactful. Well, I guess it's technically 4 damage to 6 because we're also getting +1 from our Alchemist. But yeah, looking into the numbers, you guys can see why the strategy is pretty strong. All of the buffs help these guys immensely. Round 78, Camel Wave. We're chilling. And I've already got about 27k saved up. Pretty solid stuff. Oh wait, I should be placing these shoot turrets when I get them back off cooldown. I'll get a couple in like these locations, even though it's not underneath my village. Having them near the corner of the map is going to be pretty effective defensively. Round 79 is going down though. One thing I'm curious about is if the 2 Avengers can permastun a ZOMG. Let's see. It currently looks like it pretty much is getting permastun. Maybe it's slowly progressing, but not at a fast rate at all. So that ZOMG should be no problem for us. Yeah. Now that we passed round 80, we have the Super Ceramics to deal with. Currently, it's looking like no problem for the 2 Avengers, though. And guys, remember, this is 2 towers that cost, like, the upgrade's only $7,000. I haven't even been using my Glue Storm really at all here. The Avengers are just crazy to begin with. Round 83, I might need a Glue Storm here, yeah. Moabs are a little bit more difficult just because they eat up the pierce of the shotgun more. But with Glue Storm used, you can see there's a giant difference in how much we defend. And how do we look against the round 85 2 ZOMGs? Okay, we will use the Glue Storm for these ZOMGs now. And that makes it pretty easy, yep. The only thing is, even though we went the bottom path on the Glue Storm, it's still not close to full uptime, so we do need to be a little bit careful on the down times from when I use that ability. Like, there. Since we're so close to defending this round, I'd imagine with retrying, I can probably just beat it. Yeah. All comes down to a little bit of RNG. Round 87, though, might give me a run for my money. I think we're going to use the Glue Storm now. Okay, that was a good timing for it. Man, yeah. We're lacking that cleanup in the very back of the map. I'm still not going to buy anything yet, though. I should use Glue Storm a little bit earlier and see if that works. It looks like it did. Okay. $62,000 saved up now. This is getting a little bit crazy, guys. All right, fortified mobs around 89. How are we looking against these? I actually defended all of them without a glue storm. That's to my surprise. I kind of need to make sure I have glue storm ability off cooldown for around 90. Okay, what if I use glue storm at the start of round 89? That way we get it back off cooldown for around 90 because I need it for the deities. Avenger does not have lead popping power by default. Definitely looking better against these BFBs. It seems like we did defend. Yep. Do I get this glue storm back in time now? Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die against these lead balloons though. Actually, wait. Glue storm? Just in time. Oh my gosh, that timing was perfect. And these deities get dealt with as well. Let's go. And the nice part is, now that we've reached around 91, I can finally use these Geraldo items because they'll stick around till the end of the game. So 2 sharpening stones, of course. Let's go Jerry fires as well. We'll use 3 of these. And I could also use invisibility potions, but I think that would be a bad idea. Also, I'm dead. Wait a second. Oh wait, we also got level 20 Geraldo, so we got a shop restock. Let's place down the rest of the shooty turrets as well. All right, try this again. I think I'll probably just need a cleanup tower in the back at the end of the day though. Yeah. All right, take 3 on this round. I ended up adding icicles to the back because I do need that. I do need a little bit of cleanup, especially when we don't have glue storm ability available. Let's see. Does this defend? It's currently defending. That's good. Hold the line a little bit longer. Oh my gosh, we're about to die. Man, how would a balloon impact do instead of an icicles? I unfortunately can't place the balloon impact in this location, which I would have liked it there. The nice part is we can also glue the balloons too before they hit the impact, which gives me a little bit more time. That did defend. Nice. All right, let's see if we defend this. 2 Avengers, do your best. We're defending. Impact. Yes. Okay. And we have glue storm back off cooldown as well, which is the biggest thing. Let's use glue storm right now, pretty early into the round. That way we get off cooldown for around 94 while defending the DDTs here. Okay, look at those knockbacks, by the way. We did defend. Got another Jerry's Fire available. Round 94. How are we looking here? You can see what I'm talking about with the critical shots. You do get a decent amount of crits with the middle path. Let's go Glue Storm now. Go crazy, Desperados. The Glue Storm also benefits the Jerry's Fire a decent bit too, which is nice. And it looks like we are defending. Wow, I've got like 70, almost 75k on hand right now, which is crazy. I think round 95 is gonna beat me though. I'm actually dead against the balloons of all things. Let's do invisibility potion on you then. Okay, I'm not sure why it took me so long to realize this, but Geraldo did not have camo detection, so none of these shooty turrets were attacking the balloons. Let's see if that makes any difference. And it does make a pretty big difference. We still need the impact to help me out for some of the camos, but we're doing better off against that. Let's see how we look against the DTs now. We're gonna save Glue Storm, of course. Now, having the shooty turrets help out is gonna be really nice. Because the shooty turrets can also damage the DTs since they're getting glued. And it looks like we're actually hanging on right now. That's really good. I don't know if the Glue Storm lasts long enough though. Come on. No, that definitely can work, even without a track extension. Now, I waited a second to use the Glue Storm this time, just so then hopefully it lasts long enough to hit the final DT, because I don't think in the previous attempts it was hitting all the DTs, which is really important, obviously. I also used a creepy idol over here, which I think is making a decent difference. Come on. 2 Desperados hold. Yes, we defended. We defended. And look at this. We're actually stalling the round a little bit as well. So we're going to have some abilities. So we're going to have Glue Storm pretty much back off cooldown for 96. That was perfect. And we still have the track extension for $0. I have not used that yet. How do I look against 96? Hopefully I can get this ability off before I die. Yes. Okay, that should last a decent length of time. I also have another shooty turret I can add in here. Let's do that. We'll get it at the top. Okay. Only ZMGs remaining. We actually dealt with all of the start really easily, but the ZMGs are going to be annoying because I don't have Glue Storm right now. Yeah, I'm so dead against that. Man. I obviously could use a rejuvenation potion to get the Glue Storm back, but it would be ideal if I don't have to spend that 2k. What if I use a glue at the top to slow down the ZMGs before they come in, to give me more time to get the Glue Storm back? Now, I don't know if that worked at all, to be honest. I feel like it didn't. Come on, Glue Storm, come back. Oh my gosh. Please? Got it. I didn't even really need the Glue Storm there, but we defended. Okay. Round 97. Do the 2 Desperados defend these ZOMGs? I think they will. They can pretty much infinite stall them. I actually have Jerry Fires off cooldown too. I probably should use these. And yeah, we beat 97 without a Glue Storm used, which is huge because I have it available for round 98. This round's probably going to be tough. I most likely will need to use some motors and stuff. But first attempt, obviously, we're not going to use any of that and just see how we end up playing this out. Yeah, we're going to get destroyed right here. The impact in the back is definitely helping me out quite a bit, though. All right, I think we'll try this with 4 creepy idols used before I try the track extensions. The problem is I can't really place the creepy idols in good spots because I've taken up all the space with my shooty turrets. All right, see how this does? Blue Storm now. How are we looking off the start here? Getting some really good damage in. Put this on first. Let's use a glue in the back to maybe glue some of the back BFBs. We're definitely doing better with the creepy idols used, but I don't know if this is enough of a difference. Actually, it might be. We defended all the ZOMGs. But this is the point at which I don't have Glue Storm active, so it gets really difficult. And I need to make sure I have Glue Storm available for around 99 DTs as well. But look at this, we are defending. Wow. Dude, the Avengers are just so strong for their price. Yep, 98 goes down. That's a surprise to me. So let's not play 99 yet. As I said earlier, I am going to need these genies to pop the round 100 BAD, so it makes sense for me just to use these 1 round earlier because they last for 2 rounds to begin with. And then I'm going to wait to use my Glue Storm until the DTs come out, so hopefully the Glue Storm ability stays active on round 100. Now? Yep, that should defend the DTs easily. Okay. And how do we look against round 100? I'm assuming I need to use my track extension here. I still haven't used it, so it's $0, which is funny. We're actually damaging this BAD pretty quickly though. Let's use track extension now. Yes, should take that path. The only problem is I'm not gonna have Glue Storm off cooldown. And I think the BD is gonna be outside the shotgun range as well, so I'm not gonna get knockbacks against the insides. Am I? Come on, Glue Storm, come back. Oh, we got it. And we actually are knocking it back. How is that reaching? Dude, the Avengers are broken. They're broken. There's no other way around it. Have we defend? Oh, we didn't defend though. I feel like we can beat that. I'll use track extension and reverse motor then. That's the play. Now, and now. Yeah, that slows down the BAD significantly. I feel like this is gonna work. Well, actually, does it slow it down too much where it's not gonna enter the second path? Maybe. That might be a problem. Glue Storm? I think it did slow it down too much, where this part got closed off now. We still defended though. Okay. What a run, guys. 94,000 spare on Workshop. Obviously, this isn't the hardest expert map of all time, but still very impressive. 900k pops on this one, and then 700k on this guy. And then Geraldo has 300k pops, which is basically all of the shooty turret pops combined. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Really insane Avenger strategy. You wouldn't really think the Avengers are this strong, but with the buffs, they are pretty nuts. So of course, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot. I'm like out. Peace. Have a good one.